G'day guys, Seeney here and welcome to another episode on the Australian Wealth channel. And today I'm going to be doing a portfolio reveal. So please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps to get these videos out to more people. So in this video, I'm going to be revealing my entire stock portfolio. So I have all my shares listed in ShareSite. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be revealing a brand new stock that I've bought in the last month. So I think this video is going to be really valuable to people because it means they can see the growth of a portfolio over time. And by watching this, you can see how the growth over time is something that compounds and continues to go up and up and up. So without further ado, let's get started. So in this particular month, it's been a pretty incredible month. Once I reveal my holdings, it'll make a little bit more sense. But this month, we've seen a 15.2% return just this month alone. You know, the S&P averages roughly 10% return every single year. We've been lucky enough to get a 15% return this month. Now, I'm going to start with my largest holding, and this is the reason for such massive growth in this particular month. My largest holding, for anyone that's been following the channel, is a company called Tattooed Chef. Now, anyone that doesn't know Tattooed Chef, they just do basically prepackaged meals, vegetarian and vegan, massively growing company, which is why I like them. They're growing at over 60% every year. So I hold roughly $69.5 thousand in Tattooed Chef shares. You know, this is a really strong conviction buy for me, and that's why I ended up putting a lot of money in this. So this month, this portfolio, well, this particular stock has increased in value by 23%. So it's been a really good winner. We've seen great returns so far. I'll be continuing to hold this for a very long time. So obviously the short-term movements, they don't worry me that much either way. But, you know, obviously it's great to see a really good return this quick in 1 month. Now, following this, my next stock that I'm going to talk about is Dropbox. So everyone knows Dropbox. It's a cloud company. You can store all your data there, and you know they're starting to get into the smart workspace kind of deal. So I hold $12,500 worth of Dropbox shares, and these have increased in value by 12.15% this month, which is also a great return. I'm up roughly, I think, 40 to 50% on these shares so far. The next stock is Crowdstrike, cybersecurity company. I hold about $8,000 worth of these shares. They've increased in value by 9% this month. The next stock that I hold is CRISPR, which is to do with gene editing and getting rid of some of those genetic disorders over time as we understand a little bit more about how DNA works. So I hold about $4,000 worth of shares in this particular company, as it's an area that I'm not super familiar with, but I have a pretty good understanding. I wouldn't say I know everything about genetics because that'd be crazy. So this is an area that I don't want to put a heap of money in because it's really important to put big sums of money in high conviction stocks that you completely understand how they make money, how they're going to grow over time, etc., etc. I think to really properly invest in a company like CRISPR, you need to be a doctor, you need to have a PhD and actually understand how the technology works on a really high level. So this particular stock is actually down 10% this month. So I'm actually considering adding just a little bit to this position to take advantage of those reduced prices. I also have a Spec play on the ASX, which is the Australian share market, which is worth $3,500. It's in a company called LPI, which is Lithium Power International, which is a lithium exploration company looking to develop a lithium mine in Chile. Now, if you know anything about lithium mining, then Chile and Argentina are some of the best places in the world to be mining for that particular mineral. So this is a highly volatile one because it's very early stages. You know, this mine is not up and running. It's just exploration at this point, and they're going through all of the steps that are involved, such as offtake agreements, you know, feasibility studies, all those kind of things. So if this does take off, it's going to perform incredibly well. That is not the case so far. This one only has a market cap of $61 million, so an incredibly small company in comparison to a lot of the other companies that are out there. And this month it's down about 25% on no news. So some months you'll be up that much, sometimes you'll be down that much, and this is why you don't want to be putting too much money into a speculative play. So the portfolio is doing quite well, but I'm about to reveal a new stock that I've actually been purchasing very recently within the last month. Now, we've seen a massive shakeup in the market, not only in the stock market, but also the cryptocurrency markets. And you might recall that over the last couple of weeks, last month or so, Bitcoin took an absolutely massive dive from over $60,000 to under $30,000, which is a massive drop. It's a huge drop. Now, a lot of different things are correlated with the price of Bitcoin, such as other cryptocurrencies, but there's another stock which is actually somewhat correlated to the price of Bitcoin. Now, this particular company that I purchased shares in drastically reduced. It's recently IPO'd, it's recently hit the public markets. And I think it was, people were saying that there was no way you'd be able to get it for under $400 a share. Like this company, you know, you might even be lucky to get it for under $600 when it IPOs. Well, when I purchased this particular stock, it was $217. You know, it was an absolute dream price. People thought this particular IPO was going to go to the moon. I was happy just to watch. You know, I found it to be a very interesting company, but the valuation was pretty lofty at that particular price, if I do say so. So that particular stock is Coinbase. Now, I like Coinbase for a number of reasons. Now, the thing is with the cryptocurrency market, a lot of it is like the gold rush. There's so many different coins that are out there and people are just trying to find any which way to make money and buy and hit the next big thing and hopefully make millions of dollars by just putting a very small investment in. Now, the people that made the money in the past during what would be considered the gold rushes are the people that sold their shovel. Now, this is really important to note because Coinbase is the company that has the largest shovel. They are the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the entire world, and they're the one that are facilitating the buying and the selling. They're taking a 1% transaction fee, and as cryptocurrencies become more and more popular over time, and I think they will, I think they're going to be here to stay. It's not going to be all of them, but the larger ones are definitely going to continue to stick around. Coinbase are going to be making money off this frenzy. So I'm going to do another video on Coinbase where, you know, we're going to be having a deep dive at what is actually under the hood of that particular company. But revenues are up massively. Like the growth is just insane. And I think that growth is probably going to continue. It might not be at the same rate, but hey, who knows? But I thought at the current valuation that it was, you know, it's around, I think, 42 billion, 43 billion. It was a much more reasonable prospect than what it was going to be. You know, it was going to be up more around like the $80 billion mark, which, you know, for me was probably a bit too rich to be buying those shares. But I took advantage of that Bitcoin crash and I purchased Coinbase stock at $217. So since then, that has now bounced back to about $240, $250 a share. So, you know, it's gone up just a little bit. The position is currently up 5.4%. And that position is worth about $4,000. So it's not a large position. I'd probably be happy to build this one into $10,000 to $20,000, depending on where the pricing is. So if we add all of this up, we have a portfolio value of $102,752. So it is now a six-figure portfolio, which is really cool. Massive thanks to Tattooed Chef. Very happy with the performance of that one so far. So I hope you guys found this interesting. This is basically my portfolio at the moment. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Really helps to get these videos out to more people, so more people can become aware of finance and personal finance and the stock market, all those kind of things. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you later.